nice and close so we can get. All right, thank you. Arizona head coach Sean Miller, student athletes Rondé Hollis Jefferson and Stanley Johnson. Coach, we'll begin with an opening statement with you. Congratulations on your second round win.
Thank you. Well, anytime you're in this tournament, it's a great moment for your team and coaching staff. It's not easy to just simply be here. You have to earn it. In our case, and now that we've advanced, I think it's even more difficult, and we all realize this, just to win one game in this tournament, regardless of where you're seated. So we're excited and happy to still be here playing and look forward to whoever we play, VCU or Ohio State, on Saturday. Tonight, I thought our offense was efficient. I thought these two guys had great nights. We were difficult for Texas Southern to stop. And from an efficiency perspective, points, whatever you want to look at, we were very good. What we talked a lot about during the game and after the game is just we came into this tournament as a great defensive team, and we were not that today. And not that, the roof's caving in on us, but I think the point that we made is this tournament is unforgiving, and when you don't do the things that you do well, you're not in the tournament very long. So what I'm hoping is that we learned a few things. We can move towards Saturday and be both the offensive team that we were here today, but also the great defensive team, which I think we've represented all season long.
Floor is open now for questions for the student athletes. Again, a reminder, name and affiliation before you ask your question. Maybe the two of you could talk about the challenges that Texas Southern did bring with a little bit of their speed and how you were able to neutralize their shooting in the first few minutes of the game.
Well, I felt like Texas Southern did a great job of spacing the floor today. I felt like, their guards used their straights on the court today to beat us to the basket multiple times. And as a defensive team that we are, that was, not acceptable. But, we kept them, we won the game, and that's what it's about. But for us as a team, we're focusing on, especially for the next game, is on defensive stuff that we do well. And I think, we'll clean that up.
Stanley, Stephen Alexander with the Portland Tribune. Stanley, can you talk about just how important that initial run 15-2 was in terms of getting the momentum throughout the rest of the game?
I think it's always positive when you get a great start to the game like that. Not that you can get comfortable, but, you can kind of settle into what you do well. I think we got a couple easy baskets early. I think Rondé was really active early, which is always a benefit to us. And we got it inside early, and that that's why we got out to a good run. And we got our only kill of the half, which is our 3 stops in a row at the beginning of that quarter, and we didn't get a kill all the way through until the second half started. So that's why we got to the 15-2 lead, is because we got the kill early in the game. Without that, we wouldn't have been able to score as well.
Above in Arizona Republic. Stanley, your coach has talked about how you just don't get rattled. There's such a confidence with you. And did you feel any anxiety going into this game at all? And when was the last time you did feel rattled, maybe?
Rattled, I wouldn't say I was rattled. Anybody was rattled. I'm always anxious for a game to start. What helps us out a lot is because, our dependent is our defense every night. And that's just effort. And that, you can bring that almost every night out. Offensively, things are not going to fall for you all the time, but when you can depend on defense, you can be, you can rest at peace with that for our team. So, on a normal night that, like Arizona plays, we usually have our defense intact. Tonight wasn't our best showing, but, usually we have it down packed.
Rondé, Richie Melby with News 4 Tucson. We were in the locker room where Caleb said, when you're the guy that kind of gets the early start going and you're having fun with the crowd getting into it, it gets the rest of the guys going as well. Do you notice that a little bit, that when you're kind of having fun like that, they follow suit?
Yeah, I try to be that way, at times. I know I rub off on the guys. I have that impact on them. So no matter what, I try to bring that, whether it's 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock at night. I just try to be the same way. But sometimes it's a little tough, to rub off on guys when they're a certain way. But, I just try my best.
Yeah, Dan Christopherson, Coin TV here in Portland. Rondé, can you talk about, a number 3 seed's already fallen today, just getting that first one out of the way, what that means to you guys?
Well, as you guys can see, we didn't play, that well on defense. So it kind of, I don't know, it kind of messes us up a little bit. But we talked about it, and we're just gonna focus on that part of the game because offensively things will fall. Defense is wins championships, so we have to be focused on that. Be ready to play defense, get stops, and grind it out.
Other questions for the student athletes? Up front?
James Kelly, Daily Wildcat. Rondé, what are your thoughts on getting a career night in terms of points despite the foul trouble?
Well, it's always good to have a good night offensively, but as everyone knows, I'm a defensive player first, and my mindset is to play defense. So when we have a defensive night like that, it bothers me a lot. As I can say for our coach, as I can say for a lot of other players. So my biggest thing is, how to get the guys to be ready next time on defense.
Rondé Stanley, thank you very much. Good luck in the next round. Floor is open now for questions for Coach Miller.
Coach Richie, KVOA again in Tucson. That's a pretty good basketball team that you went up against for it being a 15 seed, and I know Rondé talked about he wanted the defensive effort to be a little bit better than that, but have to give some credit to the other side of the floor as well.
No question. And, we knew before we played them, especially their perimeter attack is high major in its approach. They have guys that can play in about any program in the country. And that's at the 1, the 2, and the 3. And what Mike Davis and his staff do a really good job of is they play 2 3-point shooting big guys with those 3. So part of our foul problems tonight stemmed from what you said, and that was we were playing against a team that's difficult to guard off the dribble because they're able to spread you out, and once their big guys hit a couple threes, that changes things as well. So believe me, credit where credit's due. Texas Southern is a difficult team to defend, and that's why they were able to come into this tournament having won the games that they did. However, your team as the coach, and there were quite a few breakdowns that we had tonight that we have to be better at moving forward. I told the guys afterwards, I don't want to be the coach, gloom and doom. I recognize we're in the tournament. I know we won. I know we won by a big margin. But, we have high hopes and high aspirations. In this tournament, you don't get a second chance. And whether it's, a couple games I know were played simultaneous to ours, those teams wish they had a do-over, but there isn't one. And the best team doesn't always win. It's the team that's the best on that night or that day. So what we can control are the things that we know we're great at or good at. Our team defense is what carried us. And for us to be in this tournament and all of a sudden not be great on defense, we won't be in it very long. So I think that's what we talked about. You probably sensed that from listening to both Stanley and Rondé, but we're grateful to be around and excited to be a part of the 32-team field now.
Up front. And then in back.
When you've had issues...
Name and affiliation, please.
Oh, sorry. Paula Bovin, Arizona Republic. Sorry about that. When you've had issues with defense in the past this season, there hasn't been a lot. Do you point it to effort? Do you point it to preparation? Is it getting caught up in maybe the level of competition? Or does it vary?
I think each situation we've had is different. Obviously, we only lost 3 games this year, but the way we lost those 3 games was very similar. I think that's the point. And the teams that we lost to, although we respect them a great deal, they're not a part of this tournament, which if you're 32-3 and the 3 losses you received weren't to teams that are part of the tournament, it makes you ask those types of questions. I understand that. But, I think some of it is our mentality. Our team has always been better this season when we've been cornered. That's one reason why I think after each loss we seem to excel and go on a run. So, obviously we don't have a chance after the next loss to go on a run. And I think the point is that we have to get back to being an excellent defensive team, which takes a lot of effort and concentration. We certainly can do it, but whoever we play in the next round, we know is going to be a formidable opponent, and we want to make sure that when that game ends, we feel good about what we did, especially on defense.
In back.
Brian Berger, Sports Business Radio. You've coached some tremendous freshmen in your career. Where does Stanley Johnson compare in that list?
Well, he's one of the best. I know Stanley made the freshman All-American team, and if you look at the 4 others, each of those guys is going to leave college and have a long, long career, obviously, in the NBA, and I think Stanley will be one of them. But, you know, the thing that you appreciate about Stanley is he's always won, no matter where he's played. USA basketball, gold medal, high school state champions 4 times, and so far at Arizona, you know, he was a big part of why we won the conference tournament in the regular season championship. In the Maui Invitational, he was the MVP when we won that. So he's a winner, and he believes in himself, and a lot of the things he does goes throughout our team, confidence-wise.
Kerry Eggers, Portland Tribune. Sean, talk about your offense tonight, especially in that first half. You guys were really on.
We have a balanced attack right now, which is great. Inside, we're getting production from Ashley and Tarzuski. You know, obviously Rondé and Stanley tonight had big games. TJ is right around the double-figure score. The one guy who didn't score tonight, I don't think he necessarily played bad, but for whatever reason, he didn't contribute like he's been, is Gabe York. You know, Gabe has been a huge factor for us down the stretch, and tonight I don't believe he scored. So considering that, it was one of our best overall offensive outputs of the season, and I think that's why we offset a very mediocre defensive performance and won by the margin that we did.
Other questions for Coach Miller? Coach, thank you very much.
Yep.
Good luck in the next round.